Hello and welcome to the Unwritten Life, or my life, which is still very much unwritten. I still live with my parents. Grateful that I have the opportunity, sad that I'm still here, because I really want my own place. I keep looking, and I think today has been a record because no houses that are kind of like in the range I would want has been put on the market today. I mean, that happens on Sundays usually. Today is not a Sunday though. It's Tuesday, 30th of January. Where are people putting out their houses for sale? I mean, I don't know. Not where I'm looking, and generally there is one place everyone puts up their house for sale in this country. And today, no one. Anywhere where I would like in my price range. So, yeah, that's a unfortunate series of events, or just bad luck on my part. I'm doing a puzzle. It's a Tuesday. We're all still alive. My parents have just gone dancing for the evening, so that's why they're not here. It's not like anything serious have happened. Last video, I was very upset. And I tried to explain, and I complained, which is, it happens. I mean, when you're upset, what people generally do is complain. The smarter thing would have probably been to, do something about it. Not just complain, but actually taking action. I'm not always the best at that. I will say that, I never remember the usernames, but someone put it way more easily than I did, which was, I feel boxed in. And I do. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like every time I turn around and try to look for new opportunities, just like, whoop, there went a wall right up, almost smashing my nose, and I'm stuck yet again. That's how I feel. That's very much how I feel. I feel boxed in. I feel like, and I feel like the box is getting smaller. Which is, no, that's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. So sometimes that makes me very upset. Right now, I'm doing a puzzle. It's called something about shelves or bookshelves or something. I can't tell you because I have the pieces in the top of the box, so I'm not looking at the picture, and boy, is it so much harder when you're not looking at the picture. Wow. I have to say, it is, I've done this puzzle before, so I wanted to challenge myself a little. Cool. Didn't realize that the challenge would also be trying to move sections around is practically impossible because these pieces do not lock together. And it is a Ravensburg puzzle, so I do kind of expect them to lock together at least some of the pieces, but nope, not on this puzzle. I had very much forgotten about that. Maybe I just hadn't realized it earlier. Anyway, you can't move sections around because it just falls apart. So that's unfortunate when it comes to this puzzle, which is very sad because it's a pretty picture and I like it. But when you have such a struggle with moving the pieces around when they're connected, it makes me not dislike it, but it does make it harder and more challenging, and that's not the challenge that I would want from a puzzle. I want the puzzle to be interesting, a little hard to do sometimes, but not too hard so that I can't do it, but the right amount of difficulties. So I can both enjoy it, but also be challenged. Don't ask me exactly what that is, because I don't always know. But as I said, I do know that I'm still living at my parents'. I have a paper due on Friday. And it's a very, very small paper, but I'm still struggling with it. Woo! That's awesome. But yeah, it's due on Friday. It's maximum 2 pages. And I was thinking, well, I can answer these questions in one little paragraph, so I managed to stretch it out to a whole page. So I'm hoping that will be enough. I'm really hoping, because I don't know how to stretch it anymore. So that's school, because yeah, I'm a student, because I don't have a job. I was let go from the job that I did have, and oh my god, can you believe it? It's been 11 months since I had a job, which is crazy. It does not feel like that long ago. It just, yeah, it does not feel like that long ago, but apparently it is. So yeah, I have been applying for a few jobs, not like super intensely, but I have to. So it's a thing about that. I haven't gotten any of them, so it's like, well, I'm still looking for a house. So that was a little update on how I'm doing right this moment. As I said, me and my parents, we're all still alive. I'm not starting to struggle with living with my parents. I have been struggling. I mean, come on, I've been here for 5 months now. 5 months! That was the whole hand of months. That's like closing on half a year, which is, ugh, no. I don't want to be in this house anymore, but I don't have anywhere else to move. And, money is an issue, and job, and like I'm a student. It's a lot of things. But I think my mood is a little bit better than last time. Or my previous video was the knitting diaries. They do tend to make me happy. I have been knitting since I did them, so I at some point a new episode of that will come out too. Right now, this was easier, because if I do the knitting diaries, I would like to do them in daylight, because, well, lighting. From what I remember looking at the camera, I'm having a yellowish kind of glow to me. So, yeah, it is what it is. The lighting is a ceiling light, that's it. So, kind of just have to go with it, because I don't have any other way to do it. So, the knitting diaries, I'm trying to do those in daylight, because, so you can see the colors, at least to a certain degree. That's how I prefer it, so that's how I'm doing it. But when I'm just talking to you guys like this, doing my puzzle, the lighting, I want it to be as good as it can be, but that as good as it can be is very limited when it's evening. I mean, it's 7:15, so that's yeah. It is what it is. We just gotta go with it. And I have a lot of pieces that are kind of just floating around here. So that's, I didn't really do much, I didn't do any sorting. Not even, I started with the edge, but I didn't really sort. I just kind of ransacked the box for pieces. That's what it felt like, at least. Ooh, these goes. Sometimes I'm lucky and two pieces do actually stick together when I try to move several, but a lot of times they don't. Anyway, I was listening to music earlier. I found a playlist on YouTube, and it's been interesting. It's a 90's music playlist, and I was born in the 80s, but I'm a 90's kid when it comes to music. 90's and early 2000s. That's kind of when my music came out. And that's the music I kind of go back to a lot of times. And I mean, I'm Norwegian. When I was a kid, I didn't speak English. I didn't understand it. And I'm still not the best at it, but I feel like I have a decently good grasp of English. Both speaking myself, but also understanding lyrics when I listen to music. And I mean, I don't like a lot of today's pop music. Some I do like, but a lot of it actually I'm not crazy about, because I like not having things shoved in my face. Like, there's so much explicit content in music these days, and the videos, and just like they just say everything straight out, and I'm not here for it. I'm not saying that we should go back to the dark ages and hide everything. However, leave a little bit up for the imagination, would ya? I mean, come on. I don't have to get everything shoved in my face. And I think that's part of why I go back to the late 90's, early 2000s music and listen to that a lot. Because it's not so, what's the word, ranchy? I mean, it's not so explicit and like out there, but at least not immediately. It's a little more covered up. But boy, and as I said, as a kid, I didn't know that much English, so I simply didn't understand. And you know, I'm kind of very happy about that. I will say though that when I listen to 90's music now, where I actually have the capability to understand the words themselves, I mean, if you just take them word for word to understand it, that's one thing. But oh god, some of the 90's music, when you start to actually listen to the lyrics, what they're singing, whew, that is, man, at least they were good at hiding. So it wasn't like in your face, but boy, that music is, I'd say it's quite explicit without getting it shoved in your face. There's so many innuendos. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but like, wow. And I don't know, I should probably be happy that my parents wasn't that good at English either, because I have a feeling that there's a lot of the music that I listen to that they probably wouldn't be too excited about me listening to if they knew what it meant. Then again, I mean, I didn't know. I wasn't good enough in English to know, but wow. There's so many innuendos, and it's like, dang, that's and I prefer that. I find myself enjoying that so much more. It's more like I wouldn't say that it's hidden, but in a way it is. Because if you only listen to the music, not the lyrics, but only basically the bops, so that's fine. You can do just fine with that. And you don't have to like be kind of not worried, but you don't have to care that much. You could just go with the flow and like dance around like an idiot to the music. It's fine. It's when you start listening to the lyrics, those are quite explicit, but not like today's music, explicit in your face. More like they're hiding it in plain sight, and if you know, you know. And if you don't know, you can just go on your way and be happy because you don't understand. And it's just fine, but whew, that's some music for you. And I was listening to, I had a playlist on, and I mean, I sit in the living room when I study because, well, I don't have anywhere else good to sit. And I was sitting here and I had the playlist on, and my parents were also sitting in the living room. And some of the music, I was like, whoa, I'm glad my parents don't understand as much English, or at least I believe that they don't. I mean, I haven't asked them. And I'd probably be too like, oh my god, to ask them like, hey, have you listened to the lyrics of these songs? Do you understand what they say? Do you understand what they mean? I'm not gonna have that conversation with my parents because I'd be way too uncomfortable. I mean, that's just, no, not doing that, but... And that was music I used to listen to. And I mean, we went out in my early 20s, so quite a few years ago now, but we went out and danced around and sang to this music. And sure, we were adults. We were out drinking and dancing, but at that point, I still didn't understand enough to understand the lyrics. And, yeah, you know, this is probably a good idea. Or potentially not a good idea. It depends on how you see it, what kind of frame of mind you're in. But I just thought about it for a while when when the music was on and I was listening to the lyrics and trying to study at the same time. Yes, I know, not a good way to study. I'm aware. My brain needed a little bit of a break, so I gave my brain a little bit of a break. But yeah, listen to that music while my parents were in the room, and I knew what they were singing about. It's like, oh yeah, I kind of really hope they don't understand. But that was yeah, good times. But yeah, I have more to do today. I know, it's like 7:30 almost, and well, like, I have stuff to do still. But I just wanted to come on here and say hi. How have you been? How are you? How's your January doing? Going? You get what I mean. How has the first month of the year treated you? Have you been happy with it? Do you wish to change something? And yeah, just how's your January? Mine have been boxed in by myself, I guess, and the world. At least that's what it feels like. And yeah, I hope, I really hope, and thankfully some of you hope too with me, which is, I love that. That's so kind of you. So thank you so much for that. But I think we're all hoping that I will find a house so I can move. And then obviously I'm gonna show off the place I'm getting. I mean, come on. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. So I'm totally gonna do that. I'm so excited about it. I just gotta find it and buy it and, you know, start moving and all that. And when I do, I will get to show it off, which I'm really excited about. But until then, I will be here at my parents' place, my parents' house, and occasionally being upset and trying not to kill anyone, because that would be bad, because then I would definitely not get my own place, so not doing that. And yeah, I just wanted to come on and say hi and do a puzzle and yeah, talk about ranchy or not ranchy music. I'm not sure if ranchy is the right word. Explicit, but explicit don't feel right. Tell me which word I should use so I know. And until next time, I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a nice day, night, whatever. I hope you have a nice time. Bye!